Hello, my friends. That was pretty good. I'm imitating Nick Cruz of the channel formerly known as Fred Hampton Leftists. It's now known as Revolutionary Blackout Network. One of my favorites on YouTube. I'm going to get regular notifications from my buddy Tim Tolbert. Tim Tolbert! So that'll be the little beeping that are. So you see my cat? He's very relaxed. He's ready for his close-up. So I'm going to go ahead and do a new video. It's been quite a while. I did do a video the other day called Meliora, which is a reference to, well, it's a Latin phrase that roughly means toward better things. It is a reference to the young lady I was most recently romantically involved with. I won't say her name. It just went a little too over the lines of what I could say as far as preserving her privacy and also the privacy of some other people I mentioned, like my ex-fiance, who doesn't necessarily deserve that consideration, but I'll give her that. But Meliora, as I had known her originally, not her birth natal name, does deserve that. She is a great love of mine, a brilliant woman, and we had a misunderstanding before we could consummate our mutual interest. When I first contacted her, I mean, I've known her for a couple of years on Facebook. When I first contacted her on Messenger recently, I was rather drunk. I was drinking this exact kind of drink, the blood orange margarita. So it was a lucky drink for me. We had a great talk, and we started kind of a, talking, as you put it, a relationship, preamble to a relationship, as she put it. And we're going to have a visit on the 11th. So that went awry. I became a little insecure on Thanksgiving, and she became a bit defensive, and boom, wow, it was overnight gone. Anyway, I pled my case with her, and I don't know if I'll hear back. I'm not going to drag this out forever like I did with the ex-fiance. By the way, that noise you're hearing is Joker by Todd Phillips. I'm watching it for the first time on my Blu-ray player, my best Blu-ray player on my 55-inch HD TV LG, which is a few years old but still beautiful. And the sound and picture are incredible. Joker is a modern masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. I've never reviewed it. I probably will never properly review it. But damn it, I think it's a great movie. And I really think it's about, let me change the lighting on this a little. I really think it's about, everything's green. I think it's about mental illness. I was talking to a buddy of mine, Brad, who works at my job, who I based a character named Rad on in my Flickr Street story, and that's what it boiled down to. Brad is ostensibly a different socioeconomic background than me, but basically we're the same. Lower middle class to poverty class. It's just he's African American and I'm a white cracker. So, but we agreed that that's what it boiled down to, was the indifference of our mental health system, of our healthcare system in general, the way it fails us, and its breakdown. And Joker deals with some things in the Batman mythos that no one really ever thought to or dared to address. And one was in the age of the oligarchy and the establishment and our efforts to end its horrible capitalistic hold on our lives, the 98%. Like Janie E said in Twin Peaks: The Return, we are the 99%. Solidarity. I am too, Janie. Uh, Maybe billionaires aren't that nice or noble, as Thomas Wayne was shown to be in numerous accounts of Batman. So this is a movie. Joker is a movie for its time because it deals with how people react to these things now. So in the here and now, Joker is like I was going to say a wild card, an iconoclastic symbol of anti-establishment, non-linear thinking. In that sense, Joaquin charts this character brilliantly. It was a well-deserved Oscar, and he's been one of my favorite currently working Hollywood actors for a number of years. I've enjoyed his performances in quite a few films. Probably gonna draw a blank on what they are now. I liked him in Inherent Vice. I'm thinking of his early films. He was good in the Johnny Cash film. You Were Never Really Here by Lynn Ramsey, from who did Morgan Caller and later the unfortunate We Need to Talk About Kevin. Joaquin's got it going on. He's amazing, and this movie it's kind of a tour de force of this character Arthur Fleck, who ultimately becomes known as the Joker, and it addresses the Batman mythos, the Waynes, Thomas, Bruce, the rampant crime in Gotham. So it's a great rethink, brilliant in my opinion rethink. And the fact it crossed over and became a mainstream hit is pretty cool because it's a mirror of our times. How did I get on this subject? Back to Meliora. So I made this video and I made it private. I'm hoping the real life Meliora will watch this video. I'm not sure if she's still subscribed to me or not. I am subscribed to her in here. And she had a profound effect, however briefly, on my life in some incredible ways that I don't even think she realizes, or maybe she doesn't quite appreciate yet. I wish her well. I wish her love and prosperity. She is a paragon of intellect and artistic taste and discernment. She's a survivor of the harsh world we live in. She's a great Earth Mother, and a beautiful soul inside and out. And if I were to say someone I'd met in the last 2-3 years, anyone, since my ex-fiance deserted me, that I would call a potential or an actual soulmate, it would be Meliora. And like I told her the other day in a text, she may never read. I am going forward alone, but I still want to be with you. So that's enough of the personal soul bearing shit. So yeah, I'm chilling here. I'm drinking my margarita. I decided now it's time to make a video that everyone can watch. I still kind of sneaked my personal baggage into it. Excuse my hair is going crazy. I haven't shaven in a while, just the mask thing, So anyway, I'm chilling out watching Joker. I've got a slate of other movies if I can stay up, depending on how intoxicated I get and how late it gets. I worked a long day, and some of the ones I picked out are The Neon Demon, which I reviewed on this very channel last year, Annihilation, likewise, and Ex Machina, which I don't believe I have ever reviewed. Anyway, Annihilation and Ex Machina are both works directed and written by the great Alex Garland, who provided us the script for 28 Days Later and The Beach, and went on beyond his work with Danny Boyle, who to me is frustratingly inconsistent, and he's creating his own nice body of work of modern contemporary thought-provoking science fiction cinema independently. Um, so what else has been going on? I watched the first 3 episodes of Hawkeye. Um, I found them incredibly engaging. I like the fact that even though Joss Whedon altered quite a bit of Clint Barton's comic book history for his ideas for Avengers: Age of Ultron forward with his family and everything, I think that was well done with the blip, the snap, to where you could transition Clint Barton into being the Ronin for 5 years and being an assassin, on the side of good, but nonetheless a killer. So this series is it's getting kind of loud. This series is exploring the fallout of that as a young lady, Kate Bishop, who wishes to be the next Hawkeye, his heir, so to speak, great marksman, self-taught, and well, not completely self-taught, but you know, uh, Miss Kate Bishop is kind of assigned herself his sidekick, and she loves this life. She thinks it's her legacy, her destiny. She even designs a costume for Hawkeye and says she should wear it, which resembles OG Hawkeye costume from the comic books. Um, but my point is that um, the Ronin thing has consequences, and she makes the mistake of briefly disguising herself in the Ronin outfit, which has made its way into a dubious criminal auction. And so, a criminal organization headed by Maya Lopez, aka Echo, has decided to destroy them, Clint and Kate, because uh, her father and other members of their gang uh, were slaughtered by the Ronin during Clint's 5 year siesta in that identity. Uh, we get a pretty conclusive, unless you want to be really picky and pedantic, uh, indication that Echo's origin will follow the comic books, and that Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, will be involved. I'm pretty sure that's Vincent D'Onofrio in this brief cameo as Echo's uncle. So I'm very happy to say that it looks like they're moving closer to what we passionate fans already knew, and what Kevin Feige used to say before he got kind of wishy-washy about these things, is that the Netflix Marvel shows do take place in the wider MCU. Okay, I am going to pause for a second, and I'm going to return with the rest. Okay, I have returned. A bit more worse for wear, most likely. More intoxicated. I've made it through most of Joker and this climactic scene where he's walking over the cars and there's fire everywhere, and the Jokers in the crowd are, I guess, canonizing him as their herald. It's pretty intense. Good movie. So what have I not covered? I covered Joker, Hawkeye. Watched the first 4 episodes of Dexter, New Blood, and I really enjoyed that. Michael C. Hall, excuse me, really hasn't missed a beat. Beyond that, I've watched a few films. Um, Nothing that I really want to go into depth here about. A little treasure that I came across, and I'm surprised I didn't know it previously, was Effects, 1979, by, I think what's his name? Dusty Nelson. I don't know who that is, but it was shot in and around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's kind of a George Romero related film. So it stars Joseph Pilato, who played, of course, Captain Rhodes in Day of the Dead, and also had a small role in the Dawn of the Dead director's edition. Also co-stars Tom Savini. Needs no introduction. A nice young actress, I forgot her name, plays the character named Celeste. She's quite good. John Harrison plays this film director. John Harrison, of course, had scored some of Romero's work, like Creepshow and Day of the Dead. but also was a director in his own right, and he directed the Dune miniseries, which was, supposedly more accurate to the books than the Kubrick version. So all that may be kind of moot now with the Dennis Villeneuve version. But anyway, that's basically all that's happening to me. I've been following my political channels, Jimmy Dore, Revolutionary Blackout Network, Hardlands Media, Convo Couch, Jackson Hinkle with the Dive. I've been strongly recommend all of those for anyone who's trying to figure out how the hell do we get out of this mess now. We can't vote ourselves out of it, and we really don't know what the next step is. So I guess tomorrow will be yet a new day. I'll be less drunk. I'll still be thinking of Meliora. Joker was getting a little noisy, so I'll put it on pause. I'm going to watch a movie after this. I'm not sure which one. I picked out a few possibilities. And then I'll probably succumb to slumber. I will say Joaquin really deserved the Oscar for this. It's an incredible movie, really. I don't know. When he does his little dances, he's kind of slave to some unseen muse that we're not privy to. Muse of madness, perhaps. It's a beautiful thing. I'll have more to discuss next time, odds and ends, TV shows and movies, maybe some more personal traumas. But in any case, as you can tell, I'm a little sleepy, but I'm going to keep drinking well into the late hours of the evening. And I love the point where he makes the bloody smile on his face. Thanks for joining me. This is a short kind of, video that really doesn't belong in any one particular category. But I'd like to thank my friend Sean Lee Levin, Stephen Levin, Tim Talbert, Tim McLean, the elusive Ad Meliora, all the wonderful channels I follow, and please subscribe, please like, and share or comment. All right. So as I ebb away to unconsciousness, I wish you all good